Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Liberty for Philly podcast. Once again, I'm Mitchell, that's Jared. Let's get right into the sports action. As you know, on the time of recording, which is Saturday, May 15th, the NHL and the Stanley Cup playoffs are beginning tonight with the Boston Bruins against the Washington Capitals. So today we're going to make our jinxing predictions of the 2021 Stanley Cup.
No, you're going to make your high predictions. I'm going to make my jinxing predictions.
That is probably a true statement.
No, it definitely is a true statement.
So before we get started here, what do you think is going to happen here in the playoffs this year, Jared? Before we start predicting,
People will lose many years off of their lives, and it's going to be a very fun postseason as always. That is all.
Thank you, Jared, for that thing, and I got it up. So let's go ahead and share the screen. There we go. As you can see here, we have the bracket for the Stanley Cup playoffs shown here. Let's get right into prediction. We'll start here in the top left corner of the bracket with the Colorado Avalanche versus the St. Louis Blues. What do you think is going to happen for that, Jared?
Avs. The Avalanche are looking really good right now. The Blues are definitely been struggling for a little while. I think it'll be a fun series. I think it'll be a good series. But the Blues again have not been looking good. Unless if everything clicks for them, then they're.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Avalanche here probably the better team. St. Louis Blues no longer have Pietrangelo. Avalanche, if they're healthy, should do really well in the playoffs. They lost last year due to the too many injuries in the playoffs for them. So hopefully they stay healthy and move on. Next up, we got the Vegas Golden Knights versus the former team known as Bruce's Barbecue. We got the Minnesota Wild.
Vegas is again they're just a better squad. Always have been, always will be. No, I'm just kidding. They won't always will be, but they're the better team again.
This is where I'm gonna disagree with you, Jared. I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Wild here in 7 games.
It's honestly gonna be in the hands of Kirill Kaprizov. If he's Kaprizov, then the Wild will make it a tough series.
I think it's gonna go 7 either way. I think it's gonna be really long.
It'll be an interesting series.
Wait, is it the first round 5 or 7 games this year?
7.
7.
Always been 7. Always will be.
When I was thinking it was 5. Oh, that was baseball.
That was the qualifying round last year in the first round.
Okay, I'm still in 2020 mode. Next off, we got the Canadian side of the bracket, and we got the Maple Leafs versus the Canadiens. What do you think here, Jared?
Unfortunately, I think the Leafs will win because Austin Matthews is good.
He's too good right now.
He is too good right now. He is very indeed too good right now. What else? Again, here's the thing. History says that the Canadiens are going to be better. The Canadiens are the better team, I should say. These two teams haven't met since the 70s, and the Leafs, I don't know, they just haven't been able to do anything in the first round. I definitely think this will be the year that it changes. So
yeah, I agree with you. The Leafs are probably going to win. And here we got the Oilers versus the Winnipeg Jets. I think we're both going to say Oilers here, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be 5 or 6 games.
All right.
I have a feeling I won't be surprised if that thing gets screwed up, if that'll be like an upset.
Now here we got the Avalanche.
It's unpredictable.
Yeah, here we got the Avalanche versus the Knights for you, and the Avalanche versus the Wild for me. I think I have the Avalanche going to the.
Me too.
All right. They should be the best team in the side of the bracket, but they just need to stay healthy. Here we got the Maple Leafs versus the Oilers, and it's basically be Austin Matthews and Joe Thornton versus basically. Yeah, it's basically just the Oilers. So. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not like the Oilers have a star player of their own.
Connor McJesus, yeah. And Draisaitl. Their team is one line or 3 guys.
Yeah, I think the Maple Leafs.
Hopkins, Draisaitl, and McDavid.
Yeah, I have to say probably the Maple Leafs move on here. You'd agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. I think again, if more than one line shows up for the Oilers, I feel like it's going to be whichever team's depth shows up.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Maple Leafs because, well, they got Jumbo
I
Joe,
want them to lose in the first round,
and then
but
they have Wayne Simmons on there too,
oh, that's right, they do have Wayne Simmons.
and they have Joe Thornton, and
Right.
a lot of other players who are still looking for their
I
first.
actually forgot that they had Wayne Simmons.
Yeah.
It's a good
So
reminded me.
here we
I'm
got we
still
got
rooting against them though.
so we got Colorado, Toronto. I assume you're gonna say Colorado. I'm gonna say Toronto. I think this Toronto team will be
Well,
carried
it's
by
because
Austin
you're
Matthews.
rooting for them. This is like the new Philadelphia. You're extremely high on them, and then you know what that means. It's time to laugh at Mitchell, everybody.
Well, it's called Wayne Simmons, and I like Wayne
Wayne
Simmons,
Simmons isn't good anymore. Hate to
but
break
he's
it to
still
you.
Wayne Simmons, and I want him to get a ring.
Yeah, me too, but hey, that's not happening.
So
I'm
you
sorry.
got Colorado in the finals for you, and I have Toronto in the finals for me. Here, first round, we got the salty Yinzer,
Salty bitter pit fans.
yes, and versus even saltier New York Islanders fans.
Uh,
Here, I would say the Penguins. Even though I hate to say it, I don't think they will actually win at least one round in this year's playoffs.
the Penguins. Man, they're looking really good right now. The Islanders have been inconsistent. If the Islanders play like they do against the Flyers, then they'll be the better team. They'll win. I think this game is going to come down to whichever team is, I guess, well, more consistent.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Penguins have been more consistent all year. So I'm going to go with, unfortunately, Pittsburgh.
Here we got
We got Tom
Alexander
Wilson versus
Ovechkin.
Brad
Yeah,
Marchand. Tom Wilson versus Brad Marchand.
yeah. Here, I would have to say that.
We have Vontez Burfict versus a rat.
Yeah, I hate both of these teams with a burning passion,
With a burning
but
passion, just like the riots every year in Philadelphia.
yeah. And I'm gonna go with the team I hate the least, and I like Alexander Ovechkin more than
I
Brad
like
Marchand.
Bergeron.
Oh,
I
I
like
basically hate
Bergeron.
all the Boston Bruins. So I'm gonna go with
I like
Washington.
Bergeron. I like Clifton because he's from our area.
Well, we know
Yeah.
you're a closet Bruins fan,
I'm a
so
closet. Yes, I am definitely a closet.
yes, congratulations. So you have the Bruins moving on. I have the Capitals. Is that the case, or do you?
Um, no, I actually have the Capitals moving on. The
All
Bruins,
right.
their depth has showed up with Taylor Hall, but I feel like that's going to be neutralized when Tom Wilson kills somebody. So
Yeah, agreed.
when he inevitably kills somebody. So he
So we
already killed
got
Brandon Carlo once. Maybe he'll do it again.
so we have storm warning versus too good right now.
I'm gonna go with Storm Warning. The Predators, I mean, they have rebounded and everything, but again,
But I think
the
Pickering
light, the
is
light
too good right now,
it's
and the
UC
Carolina
Staros is too good
Hurricanes.
right now.
Yeah, the Hurricanes will move on. Here, I'm gonna go with the upset because Tampa Bay is the better team. They just
That's not much of an
unfortunately
upset. I would not consider the
it's not an upset, but it technically is in this case. So I think they move on. So I have Tampa Bay beating the Kitty Cats from North Miami.
Wait. Are we talking about the same series?
Florida Panthers versus the
Yeah,
Tampa
you
Bay
said
Lightning.
Tampa was an. Oh wait, Tampa's the 3 seed. Yeah, this is not much of an upset.
Yeah, that's what I
The
said.
only way there would be an upset is if Nashville beats Carolina. That's the only upset possible in the first round, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The other two wasn't enough. Tampa and Florida are about neck and neck. Tampa, Florida, and Carolina are all neck and neck pretty much. Their
So
records might not
here
play
we
that
both agreed on this. The Penguins versus the Capitals, and I have the Capitals winning versus Salty Pit fans. Do you agree or disagree?
I have the other way around.
Oh, why?
Because I'm going with the memes. Okay.
Okay, we have Dumpster Fire moving on, and I have Ovechkin and Tom Wilson, the body bag person. All right, we got the Hurricanes versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think the Hurricanes actually move on here.
I don't.
I don't think we're gonna have back-to-back
I
champions.
don't think we're gonna have back-to-back champions either.
So you think Tampa Bay moves on? However, we already said you're not going to win the final.
I don't think they're
So
gonna be. I think
I
Pittsburgh's
have
unfortunately going
Carolina.
to the
So
final.
I have Carolina, Washington, and here I'm going to. Hmm,
I'm going Tampa. I'm gonna go. I'm going Tampa, Pittsburgh. I'm going Pittsburgh, and then Pittsburgh, Colorado, and I'm gonna go with the Penguins.
Wow, such a memer. I know. So I have the Hurricanes versus the Capitals. So that'd be a tough series, but I think the Zamboni men move on to the finals, and I have the Hurricanes Maple Leafs. Talk about a meme series at its best.
Oh God,
Uh,
I just realized
so
that that's not as much of a meme series as
no, it
Boston.
is. It's
Toronto.
the Zamboni game all over again. Remember? Because
Yes, no,
the guy
but
was.
Boston Toronto is more of a meme.
I know Boston Toronto would be a pretty funny one, but Toronto versus Carolina. It's going to be a very highly watched and talked about series, in my opinion. And I do believe Toronto finally wins with Austin Matthews basically carrying the entire team on his back. I think this game, the series goes 6 games. The game is clinched in Toronto. In Canada, when they finally allow fans back in the stands in
Which will be
Canada,
never at this rate.
which will be never at this rate because
Oh, that
they're still
reminds me.
forcing them.
I got my second shot. I know I'm white. Be quiet. But I got my second shot.
Yeah, I got mine 2
Wait,
days
wait, wait. When did you get?
ago.
You still have your Band-Aid on?
Because I have not taken it off because I just don't feel like it. I'm too lazy.
No, it's laziness. Wait, have you? Did you feel like crap at all or no?
Just a sore arm.
Did you drink a lot or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I did too. I'm drinking 52 fluid ounces of water this today.
Imagine being not, I don't know. So, anyways, so
Imagine
that's
being
my
not. I don't know.
prediction.
Yeah,
Jared
yeah,
has the Penguins going on and winning,
unfortunately,
and I have
I
the
don't.
Toronto Maple Leafs. So, if you're a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, you have been jinxed. If you're a Maple Leafs
No, you
fan,
don't.
you might have some luck. And wow, Jared is now
I'm gonna
dark.
disappear into the darkness. Can you even see me right now?
Yeah, I mean, you just look like a Pittsburgh Penguins fan's soul. There he is. Jared's back. Okay, now let's
I
get
look like a.
next.
Okay, I get it now.
Okay,
Okay,
so now we're going into your
Mitchell shirt.
number one overall
The
seeds
Rutgers
of
Scarlet
the
Knights, number one
Eastern
overall.
Conference of the National Basketball Association. We got your Philadelphia 76ers.
I thought
Sixers
you
for the
said
first.
Western Conference.
I said Eastern.
I could have sworn you said Western.
Anyways, so Sixers are
Oh
number one
no! Okay.
seed for the first time in 20 years, and the last time they did,
They clinched the one.
yes, they clinched the one with the win last night against the Orlando Tragic. But now the Sixers are back at the number one seed, first time in 20 years. The last time they were number one seed, Allen Iverson led them into the NBA Finals, in which they lost in, I believe, 5 games to the
Six.
Los Angeles, six
Or no,
games,
no, it was five. It was five. It
five
was five.
games to the Los
They won
Angeles.
game one though. I can
They
definitely
won
say they
game
led
one, and
they
Allen
led the
Iverson.
series at one point.
Yeah, and Allen Iverson destroyed Tyronn Lue. Anyways,
Who is
oh
now a
no.
coach?
Anyways, the Sixers are looking to go back and complete the process, and they clinched the number one seed. Coincidentally, on the same day, president of basketball operations and new general manager Sam Hinkie was hired by the organization. Hinkie, if you didn't know, was the mindset of the process and drafted Joel Embiid to the many ridicule of Orlando Magic fans. Haha, your star player that you got in Eric Gordon is now on the Denver Nuggets. So suck it.
Oh, hello, Mitchell.
So yeah, you guys thought you guys won the rebuild. Haha, we have a better process. Get wrecked, scrubs. Anyways, so
Wait, did they trade Aaron Gordon? Right?
yes, that's what that they're basically they blew up their franchise. Evan
Again.
Fournier, yeah, Fournier, and Aaron Gordon were traded away.
Yeah,
They
no,
got a
that we're
pretty
not
young
gonna win
core.
either
I'm
though.
not saying
Like
they were
nobody's
Orlando
gonna win.
Magic.
We only win if we get a title. Which
Yeah.
ain't happening because they can't beat the Celtics or themselves.
Well,
So
that's the thing is, knowing us, we'll somehow play the Celtics in the finals. I mean, in the first
in the
round because
finals, 10 out of 10 logic.
yeah, but we're gonna play the Boston Celtics probably with our luck in the first round because of the play-in.
And they're gonna lose. Woo!
But granted, Jared, you got to say if they beat the Celtics in the first round, we're winning the championship.
Narratives won't be done.
Are you sure?
Yep, it's one time. It's got to be consistent. And okay, the narrative will be done if they actually win the whole thing as well. But like, okay, maybe not. But like, it's got to be more consistent though.
Gotcha. So here is what we're gonna be doing. So we are gonna do our predictions for the NBA playoffs since basically everything is confirmed except a couple things, but Nobody cares about those tiny little things.
I don't even want to bother with this thing because I
Too
know
bad. You are gonna do it.
I'm gonna be right for the most part, and then I'm going. Oh my god!
All right, here we are. So we
Cringe.
got the Eastern Conference. Starting off, we got our first play-in round matchup. We got the Boston Celtics versus the Charlotte Hornets at the moment, who are up on a tiebreaker against the Washington Wizards, who can still. I mean, the Hornets, the Wizards, and the Pacers are all tied for the 8th seed, but based on tiebreakers and conference records, that is set. Once again, there is still another day of games before Sunday, and then the play-in tournament will commence next week.
Freaking Sunday.
So let's just go with what is here now. Celtics versus Hornets. Hornets, Jared. Who do you think wins?
Oh,
once again, Jaylen Brown is
Celtics,
out for
Hornets?
the season.
Wait. Did you just say Celtics Hornets?
Yeah, Celtics Hornet.
And there's insane confusion.
So it's
why
7.
is playing around even a thing?
Because of LeBron James wanted it. Now he doesn't want it because he sucks. Anyways.
Well, he's the best player of our generation, so I wouldn't call it sucking exactly.
Well, I mean, this year, I'm not going to lie. I loved LeBron when he played for the Cavaliers. I just hated him.
Cavaliers, yes.
Yes.
You know, Mitchell, sometimes I'm insanely confused.
So Jaylen Brown is out for the season, Jared. Just configure that into your
I'm aware of that.
So Celtics, Hornets. Who do you think wins?
Celtics, Hornets.
The Hornets have been really good recently. They're on a little 4-game losing streak. However,
Kemba Walker will beat his old team.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum. You know what? It doesn't matter if Jaylen Brown's out. They still have Jason Tatum. And a hot Kemba Walker.
Kemba Walker, yeah, true. So yeah, I have to agree with you.
I remember watching him in college. Those were the days.
And also, Jared, you already said you win, so you can't change your mind. If they were to lose, they would play the Sixers, possibly. So.
Yeah, well, they can still.
So you have the Celtics sticking at the 7th seed. All right, we got the next matchup, which will be the Wizards and the Pacers.
Wait, so how does this work? If you win the 9, if you lose the 7-8 game, you're out?
No. You play the winner. No, you play the winner of the 9-10 game.
Oh.
So we got Wizards Pacers. This is kind of an easy question.
I'm going Wizards.
Yeah, the Wizards with Russell Westbrook will do well. And then we got the Wizards Hornets. Who do you think will win that? I think the Wizards would win.
Yeah, same.
I really want the Hornets to win because the Sixers have beaten them really convincingly so far this year, but I can deal with the Wizards, to be honest.
No, you can't. Your heart won't be able to.
Yeah. So first round matchup, we got Sixers versus the Wizards. Who do you think wins that?
Sixers, Wizards? Sixers.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, 6.
7.
I think it'll be 5. I don't think it's gonna be sweep, but I think since we have home court, I think we should be fine. 50% capacity.
No, they're gonna lose they're gonna lose games.
No, but then again, you gotta remember
games 3 and 4 in Washington, and then they'll win game 6 in Washington. They'll win all 3 home games though.
Yeah. So you got to remember that the Sixers will have a week of rest, and the Wizards will be playing games straight into the first round of the playoffs.
That's the thing, though. They'll already be prepared.
They'll be warmed up, but then again, I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't matter how many games you lose or win as long as you move on. So
exactly.
So I have the Sixers moving on. We got the Brooklyn Nets versus the Boston Celtics. It's got to be Nets here if they're all healthy. This is the
meme series of the Battle of Billy King right here.
But this is the thing. If these Nets are healthy and all 3 of their superstars are playing, they'll win easily. But then again, Kevin Durant has not played for the last 2 weeks. Kyrie Irving has been off and on. James Harden has barely played at all.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm still gonna say the Celtics. No, I'm not gonna say Celtics.
I'm. You know what? If I say this, I'm just going to stay off of this one because I think the Nets will win, but I don't want to say the Celtics because then I'm going to end up jinxing them and I want them to win. So
I want the Nets will win, but I think it's going to be a 6 or 7 game series. It's not going to be a clean sweep. The Nets are not as good of a team as it seems with the people sitting out in their weird injuries. So I still have the Nets winning.
Correct. I'd like to correct you on that one.
So we got next matchup. We got Milwaukee versus Jimmy Butler. This is be a very tough game. This game
is Giannis versus Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
I feel like Jimmy Butler can shoot better. I'm going to go with Miami.
I'm gonna go with Giannis. This is gonna be a revenge game, I think. The Bucks lost to the Heat last playoffs.
Because Giannis got hurt in game 1.
Yeah, so I think the Bucks will win. It's gonna be a 6-game series, in my opinion. And then last but not least, we have your New York Knicks versus the Atlanta Hawks. Against the memes, I'm going with the Knicks here.
Damn, the Knicks are better than I thought. I'm gonna go with the Knicks. Yeah.
Knicks. Okay, so next round that would mean the Sixers would play the.
Celtics.
No, they wouldn't play the Celtics. They play the lower ranking game, so that's the Knicks Hawks. So they play the New York Knicks. I would say Sixers here. Agreed.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are we saying? Sixers versus who?
Knicks.
Versus the Knicks. Sixers 5-6 games, maybe a 7th if they play sloppily enough.
All right. Then we got the Nets versus the Bucks. Well, or in your case, you said the Heat would move on.
I still think either way, Brooklyn's
Brooklyn. Then you got your final series. Then again, you got to count in the fact that some of the Brooklyn players might.
And maybe
still
it's going to be
hurt.
the Celtics. If it's the Celtics, then the Celtics will win. If it's the Nets, I'm just going to stay out of this one. I'm not even going to bother.
So Sixers Nets
is going to win. I already know that.
Sixers Nets. Do you believe the Sixers will go and try to complete the process?
There will not be a sweep. It's going to go at least 6 games.
It's going 7. I'm going to say actually 6. I'm going to say 6. I'm going 6 games in the end because I'm biased. Yes, but also exactly. The fact I think all of our players should be healthy then. And the Nets. I think during these playoff series, 1 or maybe 2 of these Brooklyn Nets superstars will get hurt. It's either going to be Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, or James Harden, or Blake Griffin. 2 of them are going to get hurt.
Going to get hurt because it's Blake Griffin.
It's going to be great. Blake Griffin is going to be one of them, and I think James Harden also gets hurt, or Kevin Durant, because of once they start playing again.
I think the snake. They're not going to be. It doesn't matter because I have a feeling Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid will also be getting hurt.
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be probably Tobias Harris. I think. Yeah, I don't want to say it. I'm knocking on wood, but I think Tobias Harris is going to be that one, or Steph Curry. Or Danny Green. It's going to be one of those 3,
or literally the entire roster, as you said. That's the way you're going.
But then again, I do trust our bench. Our bench has been pretty good. Tyrese Maxey is still amazing. I have the Sixers going to the finals. I'm gonna see how the Western Conference plays out.
I'm not saying anything, by the way.
Yeah. So here we go. We got the Western Conference. The Trailblazers and the Lakers are coming down to their last games of the season to determine who goes to the play-in round. The Lakers play the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game of the season, and the Portland Trailblazers play the Denver Nuggets. So it's who do you think would win? The Lakers. So the Lakers. Are going to get the but if the Trailblazers beat the Nuggets and the Nuggets are resting their players, they get the spot.
I still think the Lakers are going to get the 6th spot and then beat the Nuggets.
Okay, mine's going to be weird because I'm gonna say the Trailblazers will win.
Well, I mean, I don't blame you, but
yeah. So let's start with the play-in round. So you got the Trailblazers versus the Warriors, and who do you have winning that? Dame Time versus Stephen Curry.
Blazers, Warriors. I'm gonna go with the Warriors. No, scratch that. The Blazers.
Blazers. Okay. I have the Lakers, Warriors, and the Lakers did look pretty good today. However, I think Steph Curry wins. It's a 1-game series. I think Steph Curry clinches that 7th spot, but I still think the Lakers.
I love how we're not even saying the Warriors. We're just saying Steph Curry because that's their whole team.
I mean, that's literally their entire team.
Clay's out for the year again, right?
Yes. I think there might be a possibility of
him returning. Is this the 2nd year in a row that he's out?
Yeah.
Did he tear? Was this the Achilles or?
This was Achilles. So
Clay was the only one I really liked on the Warriors, so it's kind of sucks that he's gone, but that he's out.
Yeah. So then the next game would be Grizzlies Spurs. Who do you think wins that? You would have to pick the Grizzlies, right? John Morant.
No, I don't have to.
I mean, San Antonio is not. Yeah, San Antonio is not a good team. So in my case, I have the Lakers versus the Grizzlies, and you have the you have the Who
I
did
think I
you
know why
have
LeBron
losing?
wanted the play-in round because it would be for the people to see like, oh, it's a battle to see who plays then. But yeah, no, they're in the battle
Oh,
now.
so
LeBron
yeah,
doesn't
so you
care.
have the Grizzlies versus
Did you even hear
the.
what I just said?
Yes, I did. So you have the Grizzlies versus the Trailblazers. No, you have the Grizzlies Warriors.
Grizzlies, Warriors. Well, oh yeah, that's me. Curry.
Yeah, I
No,
would
no,
have
it's
to agree.
Morant versus Curry. It's not Grizzlies, Warriors. It's Morant, Curry.
Yeah, and then for mine, I have the Lakers versus the Grizzlies. I'm gonna have the Lakers, obviously. Moving on. So now let's move into the playoffs. So who did you have as that eighth seed? You had Curry.
I have
Yeah.
Curry the 8, and then I have Damian as the
So
9.
you have Rudy Gobert versus Steph Curry. Who do you think wins that for your case?
Isn't Donovan Mitchell also on the Jazz?
I think he's hurt. I'm pretty sure Donovan Mitchell's hurt.
Don't say
Donovan.
it's Rudy Gobert if Donovan Mitchell is also on the team.
Uh, is Donovan Mitchell hurt? I'm pretty sure he may have gotten hurt.
Yeah, it says injury update, so
Yeah, could miss
I'm
rest
still
of the
not
says
calling it.
yep. Wait, rest of the regular season with sprained right ankle. So there's a possibility, but right now he is
Either
not.
way, he's not. It's not. It's you only call it the Rudy Gobert's if he's literally their entire
Well,
team.
I mean, I
Donovan
only said that
Mitchell.
because I thought Donovan Mitchell was hurt. So,
Yeah, doesn't matter. He's still on the team, isn't
all
he?
right, so Utah Jazz versus Warriors. Who do you have winning?
Jazz Warriors. I have Jazz.
Yeah, me too. I have actually I have the Lakers versus them. I think the Jazz moves on. I think LeBron loses in the
No, I
first
think if that
round.
were the case, the Lakers would win. But again, it's your
Well, that
bracket.
I mean,
That's your bracket, not mine.
actually, it
No,
depends. If
Mitchell, keep your prediction. Just keep
no,
it.
if Donovan
Keep
Mitchell's
it.
playing,
Keep
Jazz win.
it. He's going
But
to
I
be
have to
playing
go with
tonight.
it. I have to go with it. Okay. Next round would be the Suns versus the
I still can't believe the Suns are the 2 seed. It's just what kind of world are we living in right now?
So it's the Suns Warriors for me. Suns Blazers for you.
Either way, I'm going with the Suns.
I would have to say the
Devin
Suns
Booker's
either.
just too good right now.
Yeah, and Chris Paul too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, Devin Booker's just too good right now.
Next off, I have the Blazers versus the Nuggets. You have the Nuggets versus the Lakers.
Lakers.
Lakers. Here, I would have the Denver Nuggets probably winning against the Blazers. Then last, we have the Clippers versus the Dallas Mavericks. I have Luka Doncic winning this year.
You realize that there's more than just
Yes, there's more than Luka Doncic, but I think the Mavericks are the better team. They're on a streak. I think they keep the momentum going, and they make up for last year.
I'm going with the Clippers.
All right. Next round, we have the Utah Jazz versus. Well, who do you have? You had the Jazz winning, right? So.
Yes.
So Jazz Clippers for you, Jazz Mavericks for me.
I have the Jazz winning.
I have.
Yeah, 7 games.
I have the Utah
I actually
Jazz
think I'm going to say
winning.
this: the Clippers are going to blow a 3-2 series lead, losing 7.
All right, yeah, I have the Jazz winning. Then we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Los Angeles Lakers. For you, you have the Lakers. You have Lakers.
I have Lakers. I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Yeah,
I mean, let me rephrase that. The LeBron brows.
Yeah, I have the Suns Nuggets. I think the Phoenix Suns move on, and that will lead to the Jazz Suns finals for me and a Jazz Lakers for you. You already said the Lakers would probably win that
Lakers are going
game.
to win the whole thing. Mitchell.exe has crashed. Please try again later.
All right. Moving on from that, such a weird statement from Jared. We're gonna move on and say the Jazz Suns. I need to look up when these last two teams played because I think they've gone to the Suns won the last time they played.
The Suns won.
The Suns have won the entire season series so far.
I still think the Lakers are going to beat whoever the Eastern Conference team
I
is.
have the Phoenix Suns going to the finals. that's gonna be my thing. So I
What
have
kind of
Sun.
world will we living in if Sarver wins a frick? I don't even know his first name, but because he's a
So
piece of
you have Sixers Lakers. So
No, I
rematch of
don't. I
2001.
have Eastern Conference Oklahoma versus Lakers. I never said who's gonna win. I'm staying out of that one.
All right, so I have Sixers Suns. I would love to see Sixers Lakers rematch.
I would love to see the
That was
Sixers.
the highest so
No,
far this entire
no,
year.
no. I would not have the Sixers play LeBron James. Heck to
No, but
no.
have you seen the last time these two teams played? The Sixers won in overtime, and that was the most viewed
It's the
television.
regular season. Playoff LeBron is way better than regular season LeBron. I'd rather not face playoff LeBron.
That would seem like a pretty good LeBron. I mean, that's the best he's done really all season. Was that game against the Sixers, and that was the
It's the
true.
regular
But
season.
that's so
Playoff
far this
LeBron
entire
is way
season. That was
better.
the first time the Sixers actually faced a good starting five on starting five. The Nets have always had a player out. The Sixers have always had a player out. But that was the only 5v5 game. And that was the most viewed game on ESPN so far this year. So if money,
Siren Head is walking around to find out who asked.
well, this is why I'm asking money. If it gives you the most viewership, and also coincidentally, it was 20 years ago that the Lakers the Sixers and Kobe Bryant is both from Los Angeles and Philadelphia.
He's not from Los Angeles. He's from Philadelphia. He just
Well, he
happens to
played.
play for Los Angeles, buddy. It's two different things.
So
Mitchell's
I
pissed off right now.
my
I can tell.
logic is Sixers Suns. My money pick is Sixers Lakers, and in both of those, well, in one of them, Sixers Lakers, I have the Sixers winning, obviously, because the Lakers are the worst team in basketball, in my opinion. Sorry, all your LeBron stands. I hate you guys on Twitter. I mean, they're toxic as Braves
Yeah,
fans,
you're
to be
really
honest, or
annoying. I'm
Mets
not gonna
fans.
lie.
But I'm gonna get roasted for that. But
Oh, my
Suns
Chargers are on fire
Sixers,
right now.
Suns Sixers. I think the Sixers win all their games at home, so that would be 3. Because the Sixers,
Can you make
it's
it
the
quick?
higher seed, so it's the higher seed gets the home court, and the Sixers would be a number 1 seed. The Suns would be a 2 seed. So I think the Sixers win. So they'll start off with 2 games. I think the Sixers win the first 2. Then the Phoenix, I think, wins the next 2. So it would be a
The
2-2
Phoenix,
series coming
it's
back.
the Suns or Phoenix or the Phoenix Suns or the Suns Phoenix.
I think it goes to game 7. The Sixers will win that final game at home. However, they will win it on a buzzer beater 3 from none other than Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons will hit a game-winning 3-point
Dude, you are
shot.
really going for the memes right now.
I know
If
that's
this
the
actually happens, Mitchell, I'm going to pay you $1,000. If that exact thing happens.
market. All right.
Oh, I'm
If
gonna
that
remember. Don't
happens,
worry
if
about
Ben
it. It's not gonna
Simmons
happen
hits a
though.
buzzer beater 3 in the finals, game 7, to win Philadelphia their first title in a whole lot of years and ends the process, I get $1,000 from Jared. This is
You get
marked.
if that no, only if the buzzer beater happens. And wait, did you
That's
say
what I'm
game
saying.
7?
Do you shake on that?
Did you say game 7?
Game 7, buzzer
Either,
beater, Ben Simmons.
but if it happens in game 6, you still don't get the $1,000.
Yes. Literally the last
It
possible.
has to be game 7.
Literally game W16, 0 seconds left on the clock. Ben Simmons, 3, we win.
But it's in
Philadelphia. What?
But it's in Los Angeles. Okay, sure, I'll get my $1,000.
No, the Sixers would still have game 7.
No, I'm
even in
aware.
your
I'm
case.
just being I'm being me. Okay.
But
Don't worry about it.
all right. So I should expect my $1,000 in about a month. Okay.
In about never, it's not gonna freaking happen. They're gonna lose to themselves before they can even get to this point.
Well, that ends our Sixer. I mean, our Sixers. I mean, basically, it was Sixers.
Ish.
But that ends.
Mitchell being high on the Sixers.
Well, that ends our NBA segment for today. Now let's transition into the baseball spectrum. We obviously, I'm wearing the Phillies today, and the Phillies are same record through 30. So this Phillies are 21-18 through 39 games. It is the same record they had. Guess when? Since they last won the World Series in 2008.
And here we go again. You know, we've said this for like 3 years now.
So the Phillies are doing pretty well. Vince Velasquez, to be honest, has been a pretty good end starter. Chase Anderson is still doing decent. He's been on a nice little roll. I still think this team really needs, even though Dubal Herrera is starting to actually do things for this offense, they still need to get a Joey Gallo or something at the deadline. They still need that bat. I think Joey Gallo is that person. I think they do pick up, say, Joey Gallo, and maybe Willie Calhoun's too young, so he'll be part of the Rangers rebuilding
You know,
phase.
you're saying all this, and they're going to pick up like some prospect.
They
Like
will.
that.
To be honest, with Jared Kelnick moving up for the Mariners, I could see Mitch Haniger being on the market, and I think that would be a pretty decent pickup for the Phillies, to be honest.
Mitch
Um,
Winninger, you mean?
you're funny. But yeah, I think the Phillies will make a deadline addition. I think Dave Dombrowski will do what's best for the team. Same with what Daryl Morey is doing with the Sixers right now. And with that, I think the Phillies right now, they are tied for first place with the New York Mets.
Really
And
tied with the Red Sox
games,
right
they're
now?
2.5 games up on the Atlanta Braves and 3.5 games up on the Marlins and the Nationals. And I still believe this team will make the
Ow.
playoffs in some way, whether that be through a wild card or through winning the division.
I just had a muscle spasm in my shoulder, like right where I got the shot. That was pretty
Yeah,
loud.
that happened to me too.
Oh, it did? Okay, I'm glad it's not
But
just me.
it happened like once, but like it's fine. You just
Yeah,
have to eat
no,
a banana or
this
something.
is the first time it's happened.
You just got to eat a banana or something.
I'll be all right. I'll be okay. It's already going away. I've had so many muscle spasms in my feet like the last few months. I haven't
Yeah.
been able to walk.
So I'm going to go see my next Phillies game I'm going to is May 23rd against the
Oh, it's my
Boston
mom's
Red
birthday.
Sox. Yep, and it's against your Boston Red Sox.
No, I'm not a Red Sox fan.
You like them.
Doesn't mean I'm a.
I
That,
know.
that,
I'm not
that
saying
doesn't
yeah.
mean
I'm just saying
that
you
doesn't
like
mean they're
them.
that's implying saying you're Boston Red Sox implies that I'm
But it's
actually a Red
also
Sox fan.
the Dave Dombrowski rematch game or
You know, that's
revenge
also
game,
the same thing with the Tigers, right?
and the Tigers. We don't play the Tigers this year though.
Yeah, I know, but there was a rematch like every year when he was with the Red
I
Sox.
can't.
So.
When will we play Mike Trout? Because he was supposed to come back to Philly last year.
Yep.
So
No, then not necessarily. Wait, are you sure? Was there a series in Philadelphia last year?
before COVID, yeah, it was supposed to
Oh,
be.
okay. Well, then
He was supposed to come back.
2023 is the next year that we're supposed to play the AL West.
So
Does
so
not mean
next so next year's the NL. I mean AL Central, then it's the AL
next year's the
West.
Central, and then the year after is the West.
They could flip it. They could just go
No,
reverse
they're not
again.
going to flip it. I
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee they're not going to flip it.
How old will Mike Trout be then?
No clue.
23. Yeah, I mean, he still has a million years left on his deal. Same with Harper. So, but yeah, I still think that I'm still gonna keep saying it. Joey Gallo is perfect for this team. Short
Yes, I
porch.
know Joey Gallo is perfect for this team. That does not mean that they're going to get
They're not
Joey
gonna get
Gallo.
Joey Gallo. No,
Oh, you're finally admitting it. I am so proud of you. You're
they're
finally
not
recognizing the
at
true
this
state.
at this current rate. They're not because right now they're not willing to give up anybody. There's just a lot more question
Oh,
marks.
I forgot Adam Hazley's still on the
Adam
team.
Hazley's coming back to baseball. He has 30 more days left on the restricted list, so we have to figure out what's going to go on with that. Because right now, Odubel Herrera's spot will be taken off because if Adam Hazley returns, we would have to clear off a 40-man spot, which could lead to Roman Quinn being DFA'd or David Hale. David Hale will probably be the
Oh
better
yeah, I'd
option.
rather have David Hale off this team than
But then
Roman.
again,
Here's the thing: Roman Quinn, as awful as he is not blowing the game for the team. David Hale is blowing
is
pretty much
blowing the
every
game.
game for the
Yeah.
team.
If I were to say, if I'm trading for Joey Gallo, Joey Gallo, if I'm trading for Joey Gallo, I'm trading for him, and I would say a starting pitcher, but
I
there's a
don't really
lot
think
more
we're gonna
better.
get anything else other than
This
Gallo.
would
If
be
we get
my
Gallo, we're only
dream
getting
thing.
Gallo.
Okay,
Remember, no, not Montgomery.
we pay
Whoever the
a
owner is
we
a cheap
pay a
ass.
king's ransom to the Orioles for Anthony Santander
They don't need a king.
and John Means.
Oh, you mean the one who's been caught cheating yet again?
Yes. I
No.
mean, even though he's cheating, still doing really good. I mean, Noah Syndergaard did the same thing. He didn't get
Well,
caught.
no, a lot of pitchers are doing the same thing, but I mean, like he just got called out on for it.
Yeah. So I think that's the trade we make. We trade for that. And to be honest, it's gonna sound really weird, but I think we trade for Michael Franco in that deal too. I know it's gonna be hilarious, but we do need that bench bat, and I think Michael Franco would be good
Nope.
for that.
Okay. We gotta wrap this up. I gotta start.
All right. So that would be my thing. Anthony Santerre, Means, and Michael Franco.
John Means. All right.
But anyways, well, we ran out of time for the Eagles today because, well, nobody. We want
Not
to
that
do
we
the
were going to talk about them anyway because we're not WIP.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you guys for showing up for episode Uno.
It's
We
own say, buddy.
I know, but it said Uno y Uno is also 11.
No, that's not how it works. It would be
You know what?
but whatever. Anyway, we'll see you guys. I'm going to be doing the outro today. We will see you guys next week, hopefully. And we might have some people on. It'll probably be Alec and Ben again, if anybody. But we'll see you all next week.
And always remember, Jared owes me $1,000 at some point if this video comes back to haunt him.
It will not. Don't worry about it.
And also, once the Stanley Cup playoffs are done, we will come back and revisit our predictions. You can count on that.
God, that's gonna be a disaster.
And it's gonna be a disaster video. We're gonna be like, we're gonna predict
which
things.
all optimism. No, there's no optimism.
Yeah, and then we're also gonna check in on our MLB predictions with possibly Alex Carr returning to the podcast at the All-Star break. So
okay, that's no, that's not good. That's just gonna be you and Alex. I'm not here all July.
You're going to Israel. Yeah. Yay. If you guys didn't know, Jared is Jewish. So he's going to go visit his friends.
They're not my friends. But okay.
But you're a citizen, so they're their friends. Okay. All right. See you guys next time. Stay cool. And see you guys next time.
Stay cool.
I mean, it's hot outside. All right. See you guys. Bye.